It's been a while since I uploaded any video on the main channel. A lot more videos to come on the highlight channel as well as the main channel. So a lot of prep videos, class recommendations, Ark passes, what to do, when to open Ark passives. So more of that will be on both channels. But anyways, we're back on the main channel because we're getting ready for tier 4. So we have a lot of things to talk about. There's going to be a lot of tips and mistakes to avoid that I've personally made, as well as people around me, friends, static members, guildies. So today we're going to talk about what to do once tier 4 launches and what to know for the next couple months for NAU audience, maybe 2 to 3, 4 months. So first things first, let's talk about combat level. So combat level is pretty important because it's free damage. So when you hit 65 as well as level 70, you gain about 5% damage per skill that you get to level 13 and 14 as well as like your Z skill like Bloodlust or Surge gets 5% at 65 and another 5% at level 70. So you want to save your green and purple pots that you get, like the ones that give you energy to do Chaos Dungeon. So you have Chaos Dungeon and then you have access to the 60-60 as well as the 60-40. In tier 4, they don't call it Chaos Dungeon. There's like a new fancy name. You do it once a day. You consume 100 energy. So you want to save your purple and green pots. However, the thing is this. Do you want to use it in a 1640 Chaos Dungeon or the 1660 versus saving it later for 1680? You guys choose what you want to do based off your character, because I don't really know how many like cube tickets you have, how many yellow quests you haven't done. Did you, like, for example, not do Rowan? Did you not do the red quests? I don't really know. So you might want to use it when you're 1660. You might want to use it at 1640 or 16. You could hold it for 1680 because 1680 has the ancient bracelets, which I have made gold off of as well. We'll get to the bracelet, but one thing's for sure. These potions are precious, but it is a video game. So you decide if you want to use it at 1640 or 1660 or 1680. That is up to you. But combat level is important. Aegir is scheduled to release 2 weeks after tier 4. You can make it to 65. You will be able to make it to 65 even without surplus of cube tickets. I know plenty of people that started tier 4 without any cube tickets that still made 65 by Aegir launch. Your goal is trying to get, if you are a hardcore raider, you want to get to 65 by the time Aegir comes out. If you can't, that's okay. I think most of the Western audience that are watching this video, they're probably min-maxing, so they have like maybe a couple cube tickets. Even 5, 10 will help a lot. Okay, anyways, next, do from day 1 +1 Unas as well as the weeklies. There is this button right here. You could get one more. I had 200 tickets of these and I was like, when am I gonna ever use these? And I saved it for tier 4 and they came in clutch, as well as the weeklies as well, right? You could do up to 4, right? These, yeah, these are very precious. So if you have them, use it on your main. Now, when I say main, it doesn't mean your main. I'm talking about whoever you want to push to level 65 and 70 first. We'll talk about that very soon. Why? All right, so do all the EXP raids. For example, you want to do Vulcan. It doesn't matter if you do Vulcan normal or hard, okay? They give the same amount of XP. This is a min-maxer video. Don't be like, oh, I'm scared of tier 4. This is not the video for you. That's fine. Take your time. We're talking about min-maxers. That's why we're going deep in your anus. I'm putting in my fist in your colons deep. So do all the raids. Don't complain about it. Do your Vulcan, do your Vicas, do everything. Do all your Abyss raids like Ivory Tower, do Kayangale, do Clown, do all of that. Do it with your friends, do it with your guildies, your girlfriend, boyfriends, whatever. Do it every week on the main and any other character you want to take into Aegir. Remember, your goal is 65 by Aegir in 2 weeks. If you don't make it, you don't make it, that's fine. It's not the end of the world, but you know, it's free damage. And then do all the quests. If you have any sprinkled yellow quests like in Elgassi A, right? I had it on my Reaper. My Reaper is sprinkled with those yellow quests, purple quests. Just do them. Just do them. They give combat XP, if not roster XP. Remember, your roster goes from 300 to 400. So you want to do the red quests as well, combat XP. Main is super important. Like right here, what I'm talking about is having one character. Let's say your second favorite character, not your main, has like 200 cube tickets, then make that the combat level bitch, the combat level main. Because once you finish her to 70, you can train your other characters in the stronghold. You could also save your gate for Thaemine and you could get additional XP with the launch of tier 4, which is next week. You need to do your horizontal, okay? You don't need to do it day 1 or week 1. but you want to do it sometime. The North Kurzan one is important because you get this new poison rune, and this will be very important, as well as you want to get this as well. This is for your Ark passive in your class node. And then this one is the Crimson Snail. This is not a priority, but you want to, you know, work towards this. You don't need to do any cooking, as you can see. No cooking done, and you get to 80%. Takes about less than an hour. You guys can do faster than me. Nut Castle is where you get your tier 4 gear. This is the Nut Castle. And then you can do it 3 times a day. And you'll get at the final boss like a drop, okay? It could drop like a glove piece, and you do your second run, it could drop another glove, and you'll be like, WTF, what the frick? It happens. But it can also give you a select chest. It can give you a select chest, and open these chests last, obviously, right? So let's say you do 3 runs, you got a glove and a weapon, you got lucky, hooray. Second run, you got a glove and panties. And then third run, you got helmet. Now, you know, you still need 3 more pieces, right? So the next day, you come back fresh after jerking off, and then you get, let's say, 2 select chests, and then you got your chest. So you want to use a select chest last to finalize your gear, your tier 4 gear, and then you gear transfer it, and then you get, you know, obviously the free eye level. Next, stronghold. Keep researching your pets. Don't live in regret like I am. Okay, this is one thing that I slept on. And I mean, I didn't see it coming. I didn't know they're going to include more traits into pets. But there are some really good traits in the pets. Like, for example, extra demon damage by 0.5%. Ancient damage, which is going to be the gate 1 of Belshazzar, as well as, I believe, Behemoth. So that's just free damage. As well as there is 1% strength, or your main stat. There's 1% extra damage. There is also great success chance of your Orea crafting, so you can max out at 10%. There's a lot. Reduce damage taken from a source. You could get physical armor. You want to have all your pets learn these things, right? You pretty much send them to kindergarten, and they come home like, Daddy, look at me, I learned something. That's what you want to do with your legendary pets, okay? It's like something to look forward to at reset. At reset, you can send 3 pets out, and they come back with some important traits. So having more legendary pets would help you do that. Now, this feature might not launch immediately, but the reason I'm saying this is because you want to get those pets ready so you don't live in regret like me, where I only have like 3 legendary pets at launch of this feature, and I couldn't really like learn the good stuff like the demon damage or the ancient damage or the plant damage or the beast damage. I had to let go of them. So get your pets up, +1 training. I did this late as well. I regret that as well. Get the research done so that, like I said, once your main combat XP character is 61, 62, 65, you could allocate 2 of your characters to train as well if you are planning to do raids on multiple characters in tier 4. Okay? Next, and you don't have to be in tier 4 to train your characters. Once the tier 4 patch launches, your roster gets unlocked to 400, as well as your combat XP of even your Lopang babies can go up to 70. Skipping Kurzan. I don't recommend skipping North Kurzan, not because of the mats, but because of the roster XP as well as the combat XP. It depends on the player, right? Like, let's say your barracks, like your alt you care nothing about, right? You just want to get them to tier 4 so you could just enter the Chaos Dungeon. You're not gonna ever raid on them. And those characters are very important. I'm gonna have a separate video about those characters called barracks, not alts, like just trash alts. Right, we're gonna talk about like the ones you can just send to tier 4 without advanced owning, without elixirs, without transcendence. You never plan on planning them. They're still very useful, not because of the mats. That is a very big misconception. We'll talk about that later. Yeah, you could, if you're like, oh, I don't want to do like freaking 12, 20 characters. I want to skip some of them. Okay, but for your main 6 or 5 or 3 raiding characters, I don't recommend skipping Kurzan. But once again, it's up to you. I regret skipping on some of my characters. I was like, I'm not gonna raid on these characters, and I ended up raiding on those characters. This is only about min-maxing. Every character is gonna reach level 70 in time, right? But you know, unlocking 65 early, it feels nice when everyone is 63, and you don't want to be that guy at 63, right? Next, let's talk about market. Peon equals money. People will come to my chat, they're like, I have 2,000 peons. Keep saving peons. Peons are equal money. Peons, we're gonna do a separate video about all these stuff. Accessory peons, you can make money with peons. It's not just sitting duck. It's very important that you don't waste peons. You can turn them into gold. I know, because I've made more than 7 million gold off accessories. Save shards. What am I talking about? The biggest and the most important thing. Okay, once again, you need to watch this whole video, guys. Don't just pick and choose. Don't timestamp. You need to listen to everything. The good stuff is towards the end too. All right. So this is the new shards. These are personal. They're character bound for now. They're very important. You do not waste these. You do not waste these. You do not waste these on any of your tier 4 characters. I don't even care if you don't plan on raiding on those characters. They will come in handy. They will come to rescue you later. It has for me. It has for everybody. Do not waste these. I will make a video about the NA East economy, how to use these, and I will do an emergency video on the highlight channel, okay? When is the best time to use these? Can you cut relic accessories? Should you do ancient? Should you sell them? We'll talk about that more in detail. Let me give you a prime example. Let's do a little bit of story time. If we look here, we see the tier 4 ancient accessories. Now, because of the Ark passive FOMO in Korea, people are like, oh my God, new system. This is what tier 4 is all about. You know, I get to unlock power. Instead of doing 70 million DPS, I can do 200 million DPS. So more of the low budget spenders, as well as free to play, what they did was they bought pretty much empty ancient accessories. So they bought accessories without any benefit. The only benefit they had was a 13 points of Ark passive 12, 12, 12, 12. And then they didn't shop for these, like extra damage by 2.6%, which equates to 1.8% DPS increase, as well as attack increase by 1.55%. You should not get attack. This is for Esther owners only. You should go weapon attack. But anyways, 1.36% damage increase. So people were shopping without any of these bonuses. We call them empty accessories. For example, let's look at this guy. This guy total, from the bonus attributes, he's only getting 3%. It's pretty much it's smudge accessories. So people were buying smudge accessories in Korea for, at the height, remember I was watching this like very closely. At the height, people were paying 220k per accessory times 5 for duds just to get the Ark passive points to unlock Ark passive. Is that worth it? Yes, it gives you power, but what happened to those accessories? The 220k accessories became 13k accessories overnight when Smilegate unleashed packages that gave shards out. So it crashed the entire market overnight. It went from 220k, it went down to 130k, 110k. I know this because I sold them every freaking day. And then went to 108k, and then 86,000 gold, and then boom, 13,000, 10,000, 8,000, 7,000, and it recovered back. But the people who spent the 220k, and they're not the whales. The whales bought the good accessories. The ones that bought the dud accessories, they lost the most gold. They felt the most burnout. They felt like, you know, raging. Right? They got robbed overnight. Don't be those guys. So if you're rushing Ark passive, and I get it, you want to feel the power of tier 4. I get that. That's the selling point, the whole thing about tier 4. Know that you're going to pay the stupid tax. And if you're going to do it, might as well buy the one with at least one best in slot option, which I will do a video on, because like they didn't depreciate in value. They did, but it went from 420k gold to about 390k gold now, or 300k gold. So it depreciated in value about 120k gold. Okay, but it's still very useful. This is still useful because I'm still using it at 7%, and people will start gatekeeping this as raids get harder and harder. With higher DPS requirements, they're not gonna look for people with dud accessories like this guy. You guys call those rat ults in the West. We call those like empty accessories, yeah? Anyways, more on that later. So what I'm trying to say is this. Save these shards. These are so precious, even on your barracks. As you get them, as they stock up, you can mail your accessory to your barrack, cut it for you, and if you get a good roll, you can mail it back to your main, and that is how I got accessories on 5 of my characters without spending any gold. Yes, on my main, I did go hard, but that's just main. Okay, so don't buy those shards, and I mean, you can't buy those. I mean, you can, but we'll more on that later. So save those shards. Please, if you don't know what you're doing with those shards, please do not waste them. Please. Please check the economy before you do anything with those. And also, don't buy the tier 4 shards. Tier 4 shards, you get a lot in Chaos Dungeon. And I get it that you guys want to hit certain eye level to enter a raid. But I really like, okay, buy a little bit just to enter the raids, but do not buy too much because I bought them myself for 1,000 gold per bag. I bought these for 1,000 gold each, and now they went down tremendously after the FOMO ended, as well as all these tier 4 characters doing chaos gates and pumping the market. All right, shards are always free. Same with silver. This tier, I am not buying shards on my alts. I'm only hyper focusing my main. All my alts, I am being super cheap. If you don't believe me, watch my VODs. I'm cutting every corner. I am dieting down so hard. Weapon honing. Guys, drop the idea that weapon is big dick. Weapon does not get you invited. 25 weapon does not get you invited. I understand people going 25 weapon because it's a video game. You want to enjoy that. The glow makes you log in and happy. I understand. And in tier 4, there is a glow encyclopedia where if you do unlock the effect of the 25 weapon, and you know, there's gonna be a soft reset again, guys. Mark my word. Obviously, there's gonna be a soft reset because we have the small shards. We have the small shard bag as well as the small leap zones. They're gonna put the medium leap zones. They're gonna put the big leap zones. They're gonna put the bigger leap zones. So there is gonna be a gear reset. So I get that, like, if you unlock the glow and the gear resets, you can select your glow and then it could get the 25 glow and you could jerk off to it 40 times a day. If that makes you happy, do it. But then, guys, I'd rather get the 25 weapon later in the tier than early in the tier, but that's up to you. But one thing about weapon honing is that mathematically, the gold to damage ratio, there is diminishing return after 21. Right? Just like how it is in tier 3. My plan, and mark my word, guys, I will not go 25 weapon this year. I will not. I promise on my life, I will not go 25 weapon. I could afford it. Trust me. The thing is, it's just terrible value. Look at this. This is October 1st in Korea. 25 weapon on average, right? And then this is today. Look at the jump. We used the calculator. Where the frick is the calculator? We use the calculator. Max roll is gonna be better, by the way. Use a max roll. Use a max roll. So, like, bro, like, what the frick, dude? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? 25 weapon. Hello? There's better things I could do with that gold for better DPS. Going from 21 weapon, 22, 23, 24, 25. What? That's like 6% damage increase for 12, 10. Okay, 6 to 12 million gold for a 6% damage increase in tier 4. No, in tier 3 makes sense, but in tier 4, there's so many gold sinks. There's so many other things that you could do right now to improve your damage. Go 21 weapon like me, and then there's gonna be a soft reset. So if they soft reset your 21 weapon to plus 12 weapon, hold that back up to 18. Get the mats to 19, 20, and then go slowly. I'm doing bow mats only. Bow mats is about 3 taps per week. Okay, and I'm gonna get to 21 eventually. I'm at pity 68% on my soul eater, and then at 21 I'm gonna fully stop, and then they're gonna do new max eye level soft reset. They're gonna do it on you. Boom, soft reset, slap you in the ass, and then my weapon will go back to plus 12, and then easy hone to 20, right? And then hold, soft reset, easy hone to 20, soft reset. Do that. Stop doing this 25. Stop doing it. It's such bad value. Remember, I made a video saying that the power gap between a max eye level character and those that are doing hard mode on eye level is about 70 to 90% power gap. So let me show you guys, let me show you the visualization. I pulled a blade that is top 200 blade in Korea. Let's look at his engravings. You guys better have legendary engravings. I told you guys to prepare legendary engravings, right? They give a lot of for free, okay? So you need to open Ark passive with legendary engravings. But there's a lot of people that do not have relic engravings. They are very expensive because, well, supply and demand, right? And also, engravings affect all your rating characters in your roster. My character, we're not even looking at gear. Stop looking at gear. That's tier 3 ways. If I look at engravings, that's rank top 200 blade in Korea versus rank 1 me. Look at the difference in engravings. He has full legendary engravings, which is fine, but just look at the gap. Visualize where your goal should go. Stop thinking of the tier 3 ways. Let's look at his Keen Blunt. Keen Blunt in tier 3, such low value. Look at my Keen Blunt. Look at my raid captain. Let's look at his raid captain, right? And then look at my adrenaline. Obviously, I have like best in slot stone, right? Best in slot stone. So my adrenaline versus his, you know, you see his adrenaline. Look at my ambush master. Look at my ambush master. Look at his ambush master. You see this? Past 18, 19, 20 weapon. It has huge diminishing returns, as you've seen here. Drop that notion that weapon is king. You want the glow because it makes you log in. I get it. I'm an Esther owner. I know, been there. Don't you expect to get invited? You have 25 weapon and trash accessories and trash engravings. Don't expect to get invited. And don't come here and be like, oh, how come I don't get invited? Because you spent your gold bad. You have finite amount of gold. Use it wisely. Not ET, but EP is Ether Predator. Ether Predator, you guys, if you did the Thaemine the first race on eye level and you play the squishy class, Ether Predator saved your ass, right? So Ether Predator is pretty good for Aegir gate 2 as well as Brel shots at gate 1 and 2. Like we were doing raids, people getting one shot, Scrapper getting one shot, Gunslinger getting one shot on eye level. So if you have on eye level, okay, lower the ego, go Ether Predator. It's night and day difference. I tested it in Thaemine the first prog, and I tested it in my alt run on hard mode. If you're gonna do a hard mode on eye level, Brel as well as Aegir, respect it. Because would you rather hone your armor? Would you rather spend gold honing your armor than just solving it with a quick EP? I'd rather just, once again, I'm trying to cut every corner, guys. I'm funneling all my gold to my main, guys. Literally. If you don't believe me, just watch my VODs. It's all there as evidence. So the thing is, dude, like in order, like I could hone my Soul Eater. I mean, I could hone her and get more EHP, but I'd rather just go Ether Predator. I'd rather just go Ether Predator than spend millions on armor homes. The potion usage as well as getting one shot is so not any difference. For those that used Ether Predator in Thaemine the first mode, you know what I'm talking about. I'd rather do the cheapest option first, and then if that doesn't work, move on. All right, next, let's talk about gem converting. Gem converting, convert your tier 3 gems to tier 4, except for the skills that comprise 24% of your damage. In terms of like, if you look at your damage meter, right? If a skill like Bloodlust is doing more than 24% of your total damage, then you want to keep that level 10 tier 3. And once you convert your gem to tier 4, you cannot equip that tier 4 gem on a tier 3 character. And next, bracelet. Please stop spending pheons on bracelet. Let it go. Let it go. Tier 4 bracelet will replace all your bracelets. Tier 4 will just smack all your... I don't give a freak how good your bracelet is. Your bracelet is not better than mine. I had the best bracelet in the game. Tier 4 will destroy that. And my bracelets, I've only done it on my main. Once again, all my alts, I did not spend any gold on. I picked it off the floor and I cut it, and they were direct upgrades on my alts. My Reaper got a 12% tier 4 bracelet off Chaos Dungeon. My Soul Eater got a 9%. She used to have a 13%. It's still better. Tier 4 still better. 9% still better. It doesn't even have crit on it. Still better. Slayer got a good bracelet off Chaos Dungeon with HP. It rolled crit, swiftness, and crit damage off one bracelet. One bracelet. Same thing with Reaper. 1 try. Soul Eater, 2 tries off Chaos Dungeon. What I'm trying to say is stop cutting bracelets. We'll do a bracelet video later. Don't cut tier 3 bracelets. They will all be destroyed. Not only that, Smaug did something dirty. Spoiler alert. If you do 0 bar hard mode Brel Shaza, when you go to Brel, 0 bar, is it underground or 0 bar? I don't know, watch my kill video, but you can look at her HP bar and it says her level. So she starts the fight level 60, guys. Spoiler alert, she starts the fight at level 60, but then she becomes level 70. Ability stones, do not buy ability stones. Like I said, I've already made 3 videos about this. Favorite the ability stones, pick it off the floor in Chaos Dungeon and cut those. You should have a lot of them. I've made already warning videos about this. Now, ability stone, the only ones I could excuse are support, because you want to get awakening ability stones. Now, you don't really need to go too hard on this. You don't need to get like awakening 9, you know, like, and 6 drops of ether. Or you could just do 9 awakening and then 0 whatever. I personally wouldn't waste gold on it. And you could convert your ability stones to tier 4, gives you more HP. HP is nice. Card level 4, guys. Cards, don't blame me, don't hate me. I'm the messenger. I didn't want this. So there is this lightning set. Okay, the lightning set. Brel is weak to lightning. Underground Brel as well as the gate 1 is weak to lightning damage. Yeah, so if you pick up the cards, what I want you guys to do is study up on what these cards are, and then I want you guys to favorite the cards in here. I want you guys to favorite it, and then when you guys get the tier 4 card packs, whether it's events, drops from Chaos Dungeon, and you right click it, it's going to give you 6 different options. I want you guys to select the one that has the cards that you favorited or you alarmed, right? Which should be the last one, but I don't really know what's going to happen in the NAU. Yeah, all you need to know is, hey, what cards are effective in Brel and in the future. Watch KR, because they're the beta testers. Favorite it like this, so that when you get the card packs, as you do your dailies, as well as you buy them for the Marie shop if you really want to, because you want to be 2 steps ahead, you can open the right card pack, okay? I didn't do that. I'm 2 steps behind on cards. There are people with 24 set. I just hit 18 set today. Feels bad, man, but it is what it is. So do that with your cards. You could do the Marie shop. You could do your whatever, right? If they sell card packs, you could buy those. I don't recommend that. I don't recommend that at all. But you got money and you're afraid of gatekeeping, or you want to be 2 steps ahead, do whatever you need to do. I'm just the guy telling you that there are cards that you might want to, you know, start farming, right? Because that's what the video is about. And for those that are not wanting to farm those cards, you can use this set. You can use this set. You pretty much have this, guys, because you leveled up, whether it's like immortal or demon damage, you probably have these cards leveled up. I think there was like one more additional in here from tier 4. It's like a placeholder. This is placeholder, and then this is a direct upgrade. And I don't know if we're gonna need another card set because we don't have the next raid just yet. More on that on another video. Like, when do I expect the next raid, and what is this karma system? Why does it take 6 months to farm? Why does it take 3 months to farm in hard mode? What is Smilegate's intention? That's more on that in a later tier 4 video. Elixirs, you gotta cut the fat, guys. Cut the fat. Stop cutting elixirs with gold. For example, let's say you're doing elixirs. You get bullshit options, right? Just don't even cut those. Don't even look for a reset. Don't even look for reset if it's costing you gold. Just delete it. Buy free elixirs from the solo vendor. Try again next week. I'm not talking about people who don't have 40 set. This is for min-max veterans. Do not waste those 140 gold each. Silver elixirs, different story. Obviously, you want to look for the rerolls, respect those, enjoy those. I am a multi-million gold swiping whale, and even I don't spend the gold on elixirs. Set options. Study what set you need. What do you need? Is it master? Is it critical? Okay, cut those with silver. Defensive chest. If you plan on doing hard mode, I already made a video about the truth about tier 4. If you plan on doing hard mode on eye level, defensive chest is something that you should consider. Even if you are pretty tanky on eye level, because like the main stat, like your dicks or strength, coming from your chest in tier 4 is so heavily diminishing returned. It's just not really worth it, right? It's better to have a defensive chest. Accessories. Okay, as you do Chaos Dungeons, you're gonna get tripods. You gotta get those tripods, right? These, you want to mail it to your main. You can mail 20 per day. You need to do this. As you do Chaos Dungeons, they will drop the tripods, as well as the relic accessories. And when you disensemble these, you get these, right? And these, you need to pump your main with it so that you could get free Ark passive. So you want to mail accessories from a character that you never plan on raiding, and then mail it to your main 20 a day, so that your main can have more of these, so that you can spend these to cut your accessories. More on this later, but this is how you save gold. So know about this feature. Do not miss a day. Do not miss a day of this. Mail it to your main, whoever you plan on taking to Aegir hard. This will one day calm down. We are generating so many shards now with the 1680 Brel Shaza Chaos Dungeons. We're generating so much. But in the beginning, you need to cut the costs. Next, guild. You could join a good guild so that you can get more materials. So this is research based. These 2 cube tickets. You only have one at the beginning of tier 4. As you do the research, you unlock the other one. And these 2 are the solars. Now, I do recommend buying these, as well as if you don't have a lot of cube tickets and you're a min-maxer, what I did to hit level 70 faster than anybody else, well, not the fastest, but I did hit pretty fast, right? It's free damage, right? I bought all of these. I bought all of these tier 3 cube tickets, not only for the silver, but for the cube tickets. You could do that if you're, like I said, if you've been watching my channel, I told you guys to save those. Save those, right? So do that with your guild. You could buy the shards, you could buy the leaf stones, you could buy the cube tickets, you could buy the silvers, you could buy the weapon holding mats, you could buy the shards. I buy all of those. Pirate coins, you need that for Crimson Snail. Crimson Snail is a new tier 4 horizontal progression system. It is not fully complete yet, but you still want to start it. And there is like this thing that you go to the pirate ship off North Kurzan Harbor, and there is like this mini ship that comes by, and you open 10 bottles a week with, you buy with those pirate coins, and it gives you a Crimson Snail pizza slice looking thing. And you just want to get this started, but you don't need to FOMO this, right? I started later than anybody. It's one of the regrets, but it worked out because they didn't unlock the second page yet. I mean, the second stage yet. Now, if you look in the index, the codex, whatever it's called, it will tell you that Crimson Snail gives you more Ark passive points for your class node, but that is not in the game yet. I mean, the points are in the game, but you can't unlock it just yet. Nobody in Korea can unlock it. So if we go here, you see this Crimson Snail. There's one right now. There's only one. And to get this one, you need to get 5 of these. So one is, I showed you guys in the adventure tome. One is from Fuel Boss, which we'll talk about. One is from the bottle. Anyways, you could just mouse over it, tells you where it's from. So Crimson Snail, you need a little bit of power coins as well as the EXP potions. And Solo Vendor has EXP potions. Solo Vendor has the leaf stones, the tier 3 leaf stones, which you can convert into tier 4 leaf stones. So you want to have the solo coins ready. Utilize the Solo Vendor. Solo Vendor is your friend. Don't forget about it. Always check it before you log off, before the maintenance on Tuesday. Always check it. I, even to this day, check this. And UI toggle. Holy shit, dude. I made this mistake on my main. I freaking lost it, dude. I did this twice, guys, on stream. Please don't make this mistake. So this UI might look stupid and bad to you, right? So these are the 2 chaos dungeons, okay? Don't click this and then hit enter, okay? Yeah, now you can select it here. So you press, I think it's Alt Q. And then this is the second one, the 1660. And then when the Brel Shards one came out, I was like, I kept clicking this because I'm out of habit. Because I used to do this every day. I used to do this every day. I used to do this every day. And I almost hit enter. Now you could select it. You're like, oh, that's so annoying. That's so annoying. No, what you do is you select this one and then hit enter. Now, there's a bigger mistake than this. The bigger mistake is this. You're like, this UI sucks. It's like from a Chinese mobile game. So you turn it off. You go to the tier 3 ways. And then if you do this, guys, and you go to the Chaos Dungeon, guess what? There is no tier 4 Chaos Dungeon. And one time, out of habit, I hit enter. Bro. And tier 3 Chaos Dungeon eats 50 energy. So tier 4 eats 100 energy, right? 100 energy. So please use this terrible UI, okay? And don't use half energy and be like, oh my god, I've half rested, what do I do? Use this UI, okay? Don't turn it off like I did twice and regret it. I lost 2 days worth of Chaos Dungeons. GG. Upgrade life skill tools. I think they're gonna get reworked in the Western version. I mean, I think KR, they got reworked. I think they are baked in with the mini game or something. I don't really know, but you guys want to take a look at this and min-max your life skill tools. Convert mats, tier 3 mats into tier 4 mats, and clean your bags. Convert your free roll, aka the fused leaf stones. I think fuse something. The tier 3 fuse can be converted to tier 4. And if you have over 6 rating characters, if you got ults you want to raise, you can remember to make sure you earn gold out of your 6 main characters. Okay, so for example, so let's say you earn gold out of your 6 main characters and you're like, oh, I want to raise a Brawler King. So you can take a Brawler King with your friends in static and then go in there, earn no gold, but you can still bonus loot for free. Remember, Echidna Behemoth is tier 4 in KR. So when they do change that into a tier 4 raid, they drop tier 4 materials, right? And if you ever plan on making Gauge, for example, replace your top 6, you want to go do those raids because those tier 4 accessories, you can disensemble them into these shards. And these shards you can use to cut free accessories. Using those free accessories will unlock your Ark passive for free. Or if you get lucky and you roll a pretty good stat like I just did on my Slayer, you can sell it for 300k gold profit. So don't forget about that. Free bonus loot in tier 4 equals mats. And also, if you're free to play, you might want to do this. Let's say Gauge, like I'm in a static or a guild and my friends are like, oh, just come, let's go do Echidna, you know, let's farm the wing, blah 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 blah. And then you bring your Brawler King, right? What you can do is you stockpile these as you disassemble them. You stockpile, and then one day you can mail an accessory from your main, send it to Gauge, and then Gauge can cut it. And first roll, get a max option something. Gauge just made you couple 100k gold. These shards are money. I never plan on playing ZEALS. I love ZEALS. I want to play Airmaster, but tier 4 is expensive. I have to cut corners. So as she keep doing Chaos Dungeons, as she keep getting me the tier 4 materials, very little by the way, as I mail those, as I put those mats in the roster storage, she is also still earning those shards, the tier 4 shards. And one day, if I get a decent quality accessory, which you will, chat, you will. As you do Aegir, they will drop. As you do Brel, they will drop. As you get these 92 qualities, you mail it to your character, they cut it, and they get like a max option, mid option, double mid option. You just made a couple 100k. Maybe more in the Western market. I have no freaking idea. Claim all adventure tome rewards after the tier 4 maintenance because they give roster XP. I warned you about this. Like if you had some of these that you didn't claim, you could claim it once they unlock the cap from roster 300 to 400. Lopang. Do Lopang for the roster XP. You get very little minimal, but you're gonna do Lopang anyways. So it's like, you know, hitting 2 birds with 1 stone. But don't burn out doing this. Don't burn out. I burnt out. I don't do Lopang anymore. I'm burnt out. Crimson Snail started because if you start the Crimson Snail storyline, it doesn't take that long. What happens is that it unlocks your ability to get the Crimson Snail piece off the field boss. The next thing I want to transition into is the field boss. Field boss is very important. Not only is the Crimson Snail important, not only is doing North Kurzan important for the Ark passive class points that it gives 3, field boss gives 6. That is the difference between somebody doing 6% more DPS for free versus someone who doesn't. I want you guys to go into the codex, okay? And then I want you guys to type in English, obviously. You're gonna look for this right here. This one is the one from the field boss. You need to do the field boss because you have a chance to drop it. If you get it and you open Ark passive, you're gonna be 6 to 7% stronger than everybody else. Everybody else who doesn't have it. I was one of the first people to get it. I didn't even know it dropped. Now, what happened after everyone complained that they weren't getting it and they were getting gapped by 6% because of RNG and luck? What happened was that the director stepped in and said he'll implement the pity system. So you want to activate that pity system. I don't know if this pity system will go into NAEU. I don't know if it's gonna be there from day one, but we're gonna hope that it's there. I mean, you're not gonna ignore field boss. You want to do field boss because you get this new poison rune. Poison rune is being buffed by your Ark passive evolution damage points, as well as the Crimson Snail piece. Get that out of the way, get it and forget it. And then there is Fate Stones that comes out with Brel, right? So you're gonna be revisiting it in Brel, as well as chance at relic engraving, and as well as materials, as well as, like I just said, the Ark passive point. It is big dick. It is big dick. You want to get it early. If not, you want to stack the pity. Understand? Don't sleep on field boss. Even I do it. And I still, by the way, don't have the rune. I don't have the rune.